my attempt to get sort of good at metrics. So my goal is I don't really know metrics, but I want to learn. Let's figure it out together. Please email me, message me, and let's build a safe, supportive little community where we can figure this stuff out. As Jake the dog said, sucking at something is the first step towards being sort of good at something. All right, these are the big problems that I want to solve. I've been doing this for like 7 or 8 years, and I don't have a good answer for it. The slides are down there. We can check them out on your own. I'm not going to read through them. All right, big epiphany for me was it's not about metrics, it's experiments. It's observe, make a question, predict something, and then check the results, and then learn from there. And I want to apply experiments to solving those 3 big questions. And I've never been a scientist type, but scientific method is really cool, and it's fun. And we can apply it to our craft. Or at least I can. I haven't been doing it particularly. All right, now let's apply this and make it concrete. So I love feedback widgets, like the little, was this page helpful thing. Kat mentioned one in the first talk yesterday. I think they're great, but they got one big problem. No one uses them. At least in my experience, the engagement rates are quite low. So in our docs, we have these little stars widgets, and my observation is that they seem to get low engagement. I'm a little biased. I want every user to give me feedback. I think our incentives can align where if they understand that I actually use the data and act on it, then they'll be willing and happy to help me make the docs better. But we just have to figure out, we have to experiment how to get there. So you turn it into a question, continuing with the scientific method. Does the position of the feedback widget affect responses? And then I turn it into a prediction. My prediction was, if I put my feedback widgets directly in my doc, I'll get more engagement. And then the next step is to experiment or to test that out. So I built this little widget. And so my perspective is I ignore everything that's not in the main content part of the doc. So maybe putting it here will get more people to respond. And cool thing is, like, I had experimentation in mind, so I can change the text of the question if I want. I can change the option text. I can put as many options as I want. I can put it wherever I want in the doc. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot of experiments around this topic. A tip for building this infrastructure is Google Analytics event tracking. It's really easy to track this data. And the results come out like this. I put it on my personal blog, and the unique events column tells me how many responses I got, and the value tells me how people responded. And this is a scale from 0 to 1. And the data looks to be pointing in the right direction. So I did it with like 50 pages, and I'm seeing pretty much 10x increase in engagement on all these pages. Conclusions, like I said, I'm just figuring this out. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but experimentation seems really powerful, and I don't think that should stop me. Okay, so another one, I'll just blast through it because I'm running low on time. Yeah, it still seems low, and question, do people understand that I value it? Maybe if I make the appeal for feedback more personal, and then this is my very first A/B test. I'm very excited and proud of this. The one on the left is just the generic text, and then the one on the right is just a little more personal. Maybe they'll understand that I actually wrote this and that I am going to use the data. And the results are to be continued. Please follow my blog to keep up on how it goes. And please, let's figure out this together. Thanks a lot.